Hello, it's my day off, so I'm playing a audio nerd version of Pokemon Go. I'm sound hunting. And you've probably heard, well, either you've heard the final results, or you've heard someone talking about making music with found sounds. And that's actually easier than many people think, because all you need to have is some kind of a sound, and you can use computers and DAWs, samplers, to actually make music with it. And if I can find it, I'll link one song into the description, and also one video that explains how to make kind of playable samples out from found sounds. But what comes to sound hunting, what do you need? This is the light version setup, or actually this is the most convenient setup I can think what comes to finding sounds or hunting sounds. First we have a windshield, because it's windy as heck today here. We have Zoom H1 stereo recorder, and we have a monopod, because this thing is very sensitive what comes to handling noises, and I want to minimize them. But anyway, let's see what we can find. Today my goal is to record traffic sounds. So this is kind of simple thing to do. So I have earbuds so I can listen if there's something wrong with my gain or something like that. And then you just find a place where there's traffic and put a recorder onto a monopod with the windscreen. There's the monopod and there's the traffic. And the end result sounds kind of like this. And if you want to make some noise core or something like that, this is the easiest way to do that noise part, if you see what I mean. Because all you have to do is take some traffic sounds, compress them heavily, then add a distortion and a phaser or a flanger, and voila, there you have your ambient. And that's how you make noise core or extremely poorly recorded death metal without guitars. Am I an asshole because I did that? Most likely, yeah. My bad. I'm trying to find birds and water sounds, depending if you are from UK or from America. It's water or it's water. Water. But anyways, I'm trying to find some birds and water sounds, but the problem is that wrong season. During winter time, this is River Kymi. There are a lot of birds here because people are feeding them. But now it's still autumn, so, or fall, however you want to say it. There aren't all that many birds around here, boy. So this was kind of a, well, not waste, there's always something to record, but still. And there's a water fountain about 200 meters that way, but I need a boat to get to it. I tried to record it from the shore, but too much wind noise and too much background noise. There are cars going by and everything, so that's not good. And who wants to buy slightly used bicycle? Seems to be in good shape still. Probably somebody took it out from there, or at least it looks like it. But anyway, sound hunting is kind of fun if you have right kind of gear. Because, well, basically all you need is some kind of a recorder. You can record found sounds with your phone without any problems. And there are quite a lot. Well, I found some birds. These are smallish. Small ones, and they are not making any kind of noise because they don't need any bread from me. But you can record found sounds with your phone without any problems. Well, wind may be the only issue here, but since you're using them as samples, you're not using them as such. Phone is good enough for this kind of stuff. But if you live up north, like me in Finland, the problem is cold. Sound hunting is something that's way easier to do during summertime, because obviously in winter there's moisture if it's above zero, and there's If it goes below 0, well, you know what that does to any kind of electronics. It kills your batteries, and the water condenses, or moisture condenses when you come from outside to indoors. And that's why I am amazed that this camera still works, because I've been using it around the year for what, 5 or 6 years now, maybe 5, almost 6 years if I remember correctly. And I've used this thing indoors, outdoors, summertime, wintertime, and it still works, and I'm extremely amazed by it because of that. And if I can find some kind of metallic tones, like for example, let's take this trash can, you get this. And now if I put a recorder in there, or I keep it here, and then I smash this thing, I can get the natural reverb of this container. And if you have, well, I know how to do it in Edison using FL Studio, but you can do it pretty much with any DAW that has some kind of a sampler, or some kind of a plugin that you can process samples. You can actually tune that sound to match the certain pitch. So if you press C on your MIDI keyboard, or you click C with your mouse, it is the right note. So you can make melodic percussions, for example. And the corrugated iron is the best that I found. If you find those sheets with corrugated iron, you can get extremely good sounds with that. But sadly I don't have one. And one thing is big plastic rainwater barrels or whatever. Put a recorder into one of those and then smash the outer wall. That's a great reverb sound. But now it starts raining and I don't have an umbrella with me, so yay me once again. So this is kind of fun thing to do, just banging things when you're walking around town, and people were actually staring at me like, what the heck is that guy doing? Because I did, before I recorded that one thing, I recorded another take, so to speak, and I was almost in the middle of a traffic circle, not in it, but very close to it. And people were staring at me like, what the hell is that guy doing? Well, imagine a guy standing next to a road with a monopod, earbuds on, and some kind of a device there. Well, yeah, people are already staring at me when I'm vlogging like this. So you can imagine when I'm hunting sounds, what kind of views I'm getting. Well, view, it means the same thing in Finland, in Finnish, but well, anyway, they're still watching. They're observing me. But it's just fun to walk around, especially during winter time when you don't have to worry about battery life. You can just bang things, and if it makes an interesting sound, you can record it. And obviously you can use your phone, or if you're in a pitch, even if you have a camera, well, there's a microphone here in the camera, so you can use that. Anything that's capable of capturing sound and recording sound is useful with this kind of thing. And obviously, because you are using them as samples, as I said earlier, the sound quality doesn't need to be all that good. Well, it depends what you're going to use those sounds for, but anyways. But I'll add 2 links to the description. One is a song made completely with found sounds, and another one is how you can process found sounds so you can actually play them with your keyboard if you have one. But I think it's time to go home. It's getting pretty rainy here. So here we are in my battle station, or on my battle station. That's always something I can't figure out what comes to English language. Is it on or is it in? Anyway, I got some pretty good results recording various objects and places, and that wannabe noise core attack you actually heard was all created with found sounds. So it's possible to do something like that. Obviously you can use them more sophisticatedly, if that's a word, but that's what I wanted to do for this video. And if someone's wondering, that synthy kind of sound, that sounded like a synthesizer, it's me going wee, and then I just sampled and processed it. So it's possible to do all kind of things, and you don't, well, what I found out over the years is that it's far more interesting to record your own samples instead of buying sample packs, commercial sample packs. Obviously there are some sounds that are hard to replicate. For example, the first thing that comes to mind for some reason is saxophone. If you want to recreate a saxophone sound, well, the easiest way to do it is obviously to sample the real thing. But if you only sample one note, it doesn't sound all that good. Obviously it sounds useful. Any sound is useful in the right context, but still. So I'll start editing this video so I can get it online, and after that I'll have to do the dishes. So yay, that was a kind of a crash of the day. It started so strongly. But still, anyways, see ya!